वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतः पदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णहृदय भूतले प्रभुपादाति प्रिय श्री गिरिराजाय स्वामिने सुभक्तराधारास बिहारी धन भक्तिव्यच्छत्मदायिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। मुखं करोति वाचार्यं भृगुं नमते कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणं। Hare Krishna. You can sit. You can sit. You're able. The chair. Yeah, the chair.
After one I start feeling that I
know. The chair. Just bring. So we are in Canto 6, Chapter 2. Yeah. Canto 6, Chapter 2. We are on text 20. So this is the story of Ajamil and how Ajamil is delivered by the Vishnu Dutas. So we had studied and read about the potency of this Hare Krishna. So its potency that uh, even though knowingly or unknowingly, it acts. Hmm? If a person, this is 19, if a person unaware of the effective potency of a certain medicine takes that medicine or is forced to take it, it will act even without his knowledge because its potency doesn't depend on the patient's understanding. Similarly, even though one does not know the value of chanting the holy name of the Lord, if one chants knowingly or unknowingly, the chanting will be very effective. Hmm? So, the Sanskrit says, Yatha, just like Agadam. Agadam, so it's translated as medicine. Virya tamam, very powerful. Virya means force, right? Great force, great power. Virya tamam, very powerful. Upayuktam, properly taken. So, properly taken, meaning that actually this, so we discussed on Monday, right? We discussed that. This is describing the glory of the chanting of the holy, how powerful it is. But this is the stage of Namabhas, right? It is Namabhas. And once we take Diksha, we are taking a vow to chant what? 16 rounds and and sincere chanting and yeah, chanting without offenses. All right. So it's here. Shukdev Goswami says, Viryatamam upayuktam. So I'm just giving two sides of the same holy name. Meaning the holy name is extremely powerful. That's why Prabhupada is describing how in the Western countries where the Hare Krishna movement is spreading, learned scholars and other thoughtful men are realizing its effectiveness. Right? For example, Dr. J. Stilson Judah, a learned scholar, has been very much attracted to this movement. Why? Because he has actually seen that it is turning hippies addicted to drugs into pure Vaishnavas who voluntarily become servants of Krishna and humanity. Even a few years ago, such hippies did not know the Hare Krishna mantra. But now they are chanting it and becoming pure Vaishnavas. Thus, they are becoming free from all sinful activities such as illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling. This is the practical proof of the effectiveness of the Hare Krishna movement, which is supported in this verse. One may or may not know the value of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, but if one somehow or other chants it, he will immediately be purified, just as one who takes a potent medicine will feel its effect regardless of whether he takes it knowingly or unknowingly. So, this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, see, Prabhupada here in the purport, he is speaking about the West that has become very degraded. Then the entire world is becoming degraded, right? If you have an apple, one part becomes rotten. What does it mean? The whole apple will become rotten. So this is one planet, right? It's one planet, one globe only. So if one part of the globe becomes rotten, it is expected that this rot will spread, right? And it is spreading. So don't think that, this is only in the Western countries, it's only there that hippies, appeared, right? Very quickly it is catching up in India, isn't it? And we should also know that in this Kali Yuga, demons, they take birth, right? They take birth from Patal Lok, and they come on earth and they distort the minds of people, right? And the yakshas also. Hmm? So I keep on saying that we have to very much beware all these internet, especially that AI, which is producing so much illusion, false information, so much illusion. This is all yakshas, right? This is what we read in Bhagavatam. It's the work of yakshas. Hmm? And the demon down. Hmm? The Danavas, right? The Danavas. Hmm? So they are into the most heinous sinful activities. And war happens in many ways. War happens with weapons, physical weapons, but it also happens with wrong teachings. It also happens through chemicals, right? Chemical war. So here this is drugs. And we have seen how the youngsters, they are taking drugs, right? Is it happening by itself? No, it's not happening by itself. Deliberately, those drugs are being infiltrated among good people, right? Youngsters. Why? To kill a civilization, right? This is one way of war. You want to kill that population. So what do? You attack the youth, isn't it? So the innocent youth doesn't doesn't know he has been enrolled in a war, right? He doesn't know. He's foolish, right? He doesn't know. Hmm? But it's passing on and it's spreading. So here, so Srila Prabhupada is saying that this Hare Krishna movement has saved these youngsters. They were 13, 14, 15. I hope all of you have read Prabhupada Lilamrita. They were teenagers, teenagers who ran away from home, all right, from good families. They ran away from home, and they were caught by some clan of people who brainwashed them into taking drugs, that your life will be better, you will have self-realization, you will float into the other planets. There are a number of Prabhupada disciples who have written Lilamrita. And some of them have described very vividly how they were taking drugs and how they were caught into taking drugs. What is being described here. If you want to read, you can read. But this is a reality that is creeping into regular society. So therefore, even though we are very simple people here, do not fail in your service in Srila Prabhupada's mission. Distribute books, distribute books, distribute books. All right? And give the holy name, host satsanga in your homes, go to your native places. Now Bombay is overpopulated, 2 crore of people. All right? Go to your native place, because this is where they will attack, right? Here you are hearing, you are getting little more education. There the innocent people. Go back to the villages. Go to your native places. I'm not joking. All right? Even though we are very simple people, but by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada, we are empowered to give the holy name. All right? To give the holy name. So Srila Prabhupada is saying here, this is practical proof of the effectiveness of the Hare Krishna movement, which is supported in this verse. One may or may not know the value of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, but if somehow or other chants it, he will immediately be purified. Yeah, it's so pathetic when devotee children get caught in drugs. It's very, very pathetic. A number of our children born from devotee parents, they fell into drugs and they died from it. So it's not a joke. Okay, so text, so I just let me complete that point that knowingly or unknowingly you chant, but when we are initiated, we should deliberately avoid the offenses. We have to go beyond Namabhas, that okay, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very potent, so even if I chant negligently, anyway it will have its effect, right? So we have seen that Ajamil chanted without offenses. All right, he chanted unknowingly, like by accident, you could say, Sanketa, indicating something else, indicating his son. We're going to read now. So together, text 20. Shri Shukka Vacha Taevam Sunivirniha Dharmam Bhagavatam Ripa Tam Yamya Pashan Nirmucha Vipram Rityur Amumuchan. Shri Shukadev Goswami continued, my dear king, having thus perfectly judged the principles of devotional service with reasoning and arguments, the order carriers of Lord Vishnu released the Brahmana Ajamil from the bondage of the Yamduts and saved him from imminent death. So meaning his path was sure, his path is hell. But because something happened in the line of devotional service, right? He got saved from it. Text 21. Itti pratyuditah yamya dutah yadvadyamantikam yam ragye yatha sarvam acha chakshur arindama. My dear Maharaj Parikshit, O subduer of all enemies, after the servants of Yamaraj had been answered by the order carriers of Lord Vishnu, they went to Yamaraj and explained to him everything that had happened. So, in this verse, the word pratyudita is very significant. The servants of Yamaraj are so powerful that they can never be hindered anywhere. Meaning, if we commit sinful activities, we cannot be saved. All right? So, all these youngsters should know. Now, there is a philosophy which says that this is all false, right? So, whole theory opposed this idea that if you do sinful activity, it's fine because there's nobody to catch you. Right? It's fine. And here, Bhagavatam is saying that the Yamduta, who cannot be stopped if we commit sinful activity, that can never be hindered anywhere. But this time they were baffled. Oh my God, and disappointed. They were not only, so okay, we've caught somebody, even if you want to distribute book, right? You're distributing a book, you're the person just about to take it, and then somebody said, pull him aside. No, don't take. Either the wife will pull or the husband will pull, right? Then what you feel? Disappointed. So here, Yamaraj, they say, here's a candidate for hell, right? So they were disappointed, they couldn't bring him. New fights, right? neophytes, this is how they feel, right? Instead of feeling happy and blissful, right? They should be happy that here's a person who's meant for hell, but somehow he has had a change, right? So that's why there is an injunction in Nectar Instruction that we should not criticize a Vaishnava due to his past sinful activities, right? So here, Yamduta, they cannot be hindered anywhere, but this Tamili, they're so powerful, They're so, everybody want to exert their power. Somebody superior to them stopped them. But this time they were baffled and disappointed in their attempt to take away a man they considered sinful. You know that how you hold on to your idea? You've been defeated, right? Unfortunately, this is the unfortunate mentality among us. We've been defeated, but still we're holding on to our idea. Very nicely, the Vishnu Dutta has explained to us and to the Yamduta, right? What is the power of chanting of the holy name? But they're still angry, disappointed, and they went. You will see next chapter, they were ready to pounce on Yamaraj himself. Right? So we should watch our mentality. So graciously accept defeat. And there is something superior. This ahankar is so thick, right? We are defeated somebody, but still, we maintain something. Everyone in this material world we are neophyte, because you are a neophyte. Those who are advanced, they are peaceful. They accept and they are peaceful. Therefore, they immediately returned to Yamaraj and described to him everything that had happened. Text 22. Dijapashan vinirmukto gatabhi prakritim gatah vavande nirasa vishnu kinkaran darshanotsavanah. I think we should next Maitri festival, we should do Ajamil, right? Story of Ajamil, right? Power of the holy name. Because in my mind, I'm seeing two scenes. The two scenes is described here. One, that the young Buddha in the great, frustration, they go to Yamaraj. And here Ajamil is on the deathbed, released from death. Having been released from the nooses of Yamaraj's servants, the Brahmana Ajamil, now free from fear, came to his senses and immediately offered obeisances to the Vishnu Dut by bowing his head at their lotus feet. He was extremely pleased by their presence, for he had seen them save his life from the hands of the servants of Yamaraj. Anyway, this story will be performed by. Actually, I had one short workshop in Mira Road Temple. It was a girls' program, the youth program. There were maybe 200-300 girls who had come. So it was like the family, everybody. And so this Maharaji told me, so is it going to be, just a talk, on this holy name, whatever it is just going to be a talk? So then I said, okay, let them do the drama. So they were all girls, because I was thinking of boys, right? But they were all girls. Within few days, they set up this entire story of Ajamil. Maybe they took half hour, 40 minutes. This entire drama of Ajamil. And when, now it was like the excitement, expectation was just growing, growing, growing. And when the statement will be made, that devotees will never see Yamraj, the entire audience just stood up. They just stood up and shouted, Hari Bol! They were so good. They built up the suspense. They knew, and it was in Hindi. So I was sheepish. I say, I don't think I have to speak anything. Because these girls have, they have done everything. They have depicted everything, given the full message. Message fully entered the ears of the audience. Right?
Drama has a very powerful effect.
Yeah, extremely powerful effect. And next, so February we'll do. Now we are doing Brahma Vimohan Leela. Okay, so where are we? Oh, we didn't read that purport. Vaishnavas are also Vishnu Dut. So all of you are Vishnu Dut. Why? Because they carry out the orders of Krishna. Lord Krishna is very eager for all the conditioned souls rotting in this material world to surrender to Him and be saved from material pangs in this life and punishment in hellish conditions after death. A Vaishnava therefore tries to bring conditioned souls to their senses. Those who are fortunate like Ajamil are saved by the Vishnu Dutas or Vaishnavas, and thus they return back home, back to Godhead. So we've already spoken about that. That whoever is chanting the holy name, right? Whoever is a Vaishnava is a Vishnu Duta. What is the meaning of Vishnu Duta? A messenger, right? Messenger of Vishnu. So Vaishnavas are messengers of the message, right? The message of Vishnu or Krishna. Therefore, distribute Bhagavatam, right? Distribute Bhagavad Gita, distribute all Prabhupada's books, because this is the message of Vishnu, and we are the Dutta. All right? And if we do this, so now the situation is like this, that people don't believe there's hell. All right? People don't believe that there's hell. I think all of us, we studied 5th canto and we become 100% convinced. We understood that hell is there. If I didn't study that 5th canto, I would always think, it's imagination. Text 23. Together. Tam vivakshum abhripretyah mahapurusha kinkaraha sahasa pasyatastasya tatrantardadhire nagha. Okay, all right. You can reach.
Translation by Divine Grace Prabhupada. O sinless Maharaj Parikshit, the order carriers of Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Vishnu Dutas, saw that Ajamil was attempting to say something, and thus they suddenly disappeared from his presence. Purport. The Shastra says, Pariprishthaye durachara deva brahmana nindakaha apyathya apatya bhojanas tesham akale maranam dhruvam. Two persons who are papishta, very sinful, and durachara, misbehaved or very unclean in their habits, who are against the existence of God, who disrespect Vaishnavas and Brahmanas, and who eat anything and everything. Untimely death is sure. It is said that in Kali Yuga one has maximum lifetime in one's 100 years, but as people become degraded, the duration of their lives decreases. Pri- Prayena Paleshuha, because Ajamil was now free from all sinful reactions. His lifetime was extended, even though he was to have died immediately. When the Vishnu Dutas saw Ajamil trying to say something to them, they disappeared to give him a chance to glorify the Supreme Lord. Since all his sinful reactions had been vanquished, he was now prepared to glorify the Lord. Indeed, one cannot glorify the Lord unless one is completely free from all sinful activities. This is confirmed by Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita 7.28. Yesham ta antagatam papam jananam purya karmanam te dantva moha nirmukta bhajante mam drita vrata. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated and who are freed from duality of delusion, engage themselves in my service with determination. The Vishnu Dutas made Ajamal aware of devotional service so that he might immediately become fit to return home back to Godhead. To increase his eagerness to glorify the Lord, they disappeared so that he would feel separation in their absence. In the modes of separation, glorification of the Lord is very intense.
Yeah. So here, O sinless Maharaj Parikshit, the order guardian of the Supreme Person Godhead, the Vishnu, saw that a Jamil was attempting to say something, and what did they do? They just disappeared, right? And Ajamil wanted to speak. Now he has witnessed the whole debate, huh? And he has learned. He got satsanga, right? He learned. Hmm? So here, Prabhupada is explaining that the Shastra said, Papishtha ye durachara deva brahmana nindakaha apatya bhojanastesham akale maranam dhruvam. Somebody uh, meets with untimely death, akali. Hmm? Akale maranam, Pashu, dhruvam, Pashu. Hmm? He meets with, or she meets with akale maranam. Who are those people who die untimely? Meaning they don't have a long lifespan, right? Who are those people? Those who are sinful. Hmm? Papishtha, durachara, misbehaved. All right? And what do? They insult the devas and the brahmanas. And what else do? They eat anything, anywhere, everywhere. They just go on eating, right? Very specific. Can we make a note of this? Right? Hmm? What do? Oh, they're very sinful. Durachar, their behavior is durachar. Unclean in their habits, right? Meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit sex, right? Unclean in their habits. So we have to be very, very careful that if there are new people taking birth, make sure that train them properly, right? They're against the existence of God. Don't say, show me God, where's God? How Prabhupada was so angry when he went to the West and he was he was giving some lecture in some university, and some Indian boy will stand up and say, where's God? Show me God. Prabhupada gets so angry. Say, you're from India? Hmm? All our children are in the West right now, right? Make sure they join Hare Krishna movement in the West, right? Otherwise, they will become sinful, durachar, unclean in their habits. They will adopt these ways, and they will question, does God exist? And remember that if, anyway, that's going to come more, if this dharma, this Krishna consciousness, devotional self is not practiced properly, even though you may be pious, because it doesn't satisfy your soul, you will gradually become durachar. So dharma should satisfy us and it should elevate us to Krishna consciousness. We cannot just remain here dharmic and be in a sinful environment. You have to go beyond this mundane dharma. So their lifespan, untimely death issue for those who are sinful. So how did he die? He was a drunkard. He died, right? How did he die? Drunkard. Who are against the existence of God, who disrespect Vaishnavas and Brahmanas, who eat anything and everything. So Alpa Ayusha. Alpa Ayush. So their lifespan is small. Alpa. And you know, youngsters, they meet with accidents. They die. How do they die? With accidents. Reckless, right? Reckless driving. They just want to enjoy life, enjoy the speed. I don't know what they do. So the Vishnu Dutas, they left immediately. Why did they leave immediately? So now what has happened is that Ajamil, by hearing the discourse, he became purified. He came to his senses. So he became purified, and then he wanted to show his appreciation for the Vaishnavas. But the Vaishnavas left here. Why? Say that so that to increase his eagerness to glorify the Lord, they disappear so that he will feel separation in their absence. In the mode of separation, glorification of the Lord is very intense. Like sometimes somebody in old age, they come to Krishna consciousness, right? And then they regret, why did I not come earlier, right? And then if they're sincere, I would say like Nikhileshwari.
Yes, Mataji.
So what happened is that intensity of service doesn't waste a single moment, right? Doesn't waste eagerness to do seva, eagerness to improve, improve, improve. So this is what happens. Text 24, 25. Ajamilopyathakaranya Ditanham Yama Krishnayoho Dharamam Bhagavatam Shuddham Traivedyam Cha Gunashrayam Bhaktiman Bhagavatyasu Mahatmya Shravanadharehe Anutapo Mahanasit Smarato Shubham Atmanaha. After hearing the discourses between the Yamadutas and the Vishnu Duta, Jamil could understand. Now, this is what I wanted to explain. So, Prabhupada, so I'll go slowly because Prabhupada, this is Shukdev Goswami speaking. The level of dharma, different levels of dharma. So, first thing, so now, oh my God, Jamil, he heard the Yamduta and the Vishnuduta, their discourse, okay, their debate. A Jamil could understand the religious principles that are under the three modes of material nature. So dharma is also contaminated with the three gunas. Why? These principles are mentioned in the three Vedas. He could also understand the transcendental religious principles which are above the modes of material nature. So what does that consist of? So mundane dharma is about my profit, right? Yes, it's about my profit. Temples everywhere are inundated with people who have their own interest, selfish interest, right? So what will happen? I think we're just repeating the same thing again and again, because the competition for sinful activity is so great. The competition for quick money is so great, all right, that these people, when they don't get their desires satisfied, what will they do? They will take shortcut, all right? They will fall in sinful activities, all right? So therefore, we must give out the books, and we must not criticize the devotees when they approach people and ask for a donation, right? Or distribute the books, because these people, they are innocent. They don't know what is good for them. They haven't studied the story between Yamdut and Vishnudut. They don't know, right? So these principles are mentioned in the three. So meaning the three Vedas, they are explaining about dharma or kam, moksha. Okay. But there is something that is called transcendental dharma. What is that transcendental dharma?
Devotional service.
What is devotional service? What is Bhagavad Dharma?
Starting with Shravan and chanting of the Lord. It is the relationship between the living being and Krishna. Jive Swarupa Nitya Krishna Das.
Yes. Shravanam, Kirtanam, etc. These are the processes in the beginning. They're the processes by which we revive our relationship with Krishna. So the transcendental dharma is our eternal relationship with Krishna. This is explained here. Furthermore, a Jamil heard glorification of the name, fame, qualities, and pastime of the Supreme Lord. In this world, if we read the newspaper, right? I don't know whether newspaper still exists, but anyway, the news, all right? If we think this way, so what happens is that our mind gets captured by the advertisements, right? So what happens? Why? What's the advertisement? It is name, fame, qualities, and activities of the product, material products, right? This is what you hear. Now, the Vishnu Duta is doing another advertisement. It is about the name, fame, qualities, and pastimes of the Krishna. Yes. Follow? It's the exactly same thing that's going on. And why you're glorifying so much all those material stuff? It's saying that it is giving a promise. You'll be happy. You will enjoy the senses, right? This is the illusion. And when you acquire, then you say, no, I made a mistake, right? Furthermore, Ajamil had glorification of the name, fame, qualities, and powers of the Supreme Person Godhead. He thus became a perfectly pure devotee. He could then remember his past sinful activities. So this is one more one more point. So, okay, he has heard, he has understood, but now he starts to remember the past sinful activities which he greatly regretted having performed. If there is no regret, there is no advancement. Hmm? So, Bhagavad Gita, yes, just read. I've already explained everything in this purport, so we just so pay attention properly because I have already explained what is in this purport.
Purport in Bhagavad Gita 2.45, Lord Krishna told Arjuna, Triguna Visva Veda Nistriguno Bhava Arjuna Nirdvandayo Nitya Sattva Astho Niryoga Shema Atmavan. The Vedas mainly
Niryoga Kshema Atmavan.
Niryoga Shunya Atmavan. The Vedas mainly deal with the subject of the three modes of material nature. Rise above these modes, O Arjuna, be transcendental to all of them. Be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. The Vedic principles certainly prescribe a gradual process for rising to the spiritual platform. But if one remains attached to the Vedic principles, there is no chance of being elevated to spiritual life. Krishna therefore advised Arjuna to perform devotional service, which is the process of transcendental religion. The transcendental position of devotional service is also confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.6 Sa vai pusam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adokesha adokshaje. Bhakti devotional service is paro dharma, transcendental dharma. It is not material dharma. People generally think that religion should be pursued for material profit. This may be suitable for persons interested in material life, but one who is interested in spiritual life should be attached to parodharma, the religious principles by which one becomes a devotee of the Supreme Lord. Yato Bhaktir Adoshakje. The Bhagavata religion teaches that the Lord and the living entity are eternally related, and that the duty of the living entity is to surrender to the Lord. When one is situated on the platform of devotional service, one is freed from impediments and completely satisfied. Ayoyukti apraheta yayatma supradishtati. Having been elevated to that platform, Ajamil began to lament for his past materialistic activities and glorify the name, fame, form, and pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Right, so we've discussed this. Text 26. Aho me paramam kashtam abhut avijitatmanah yena viplavitam brahma vrishaliham jayatatmana. Ajamila said, Alas, being a servant of my senses, how degraded I became. I fell down from my position as a duly qualified Brahmana and begot children in the womb of a prostitute, Shudrani. Vrishalyam, Vrishalyam, through a Shudrani, a maid servant. Purport. The men of the higher classes, the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas, do not beget children in the wombs of lower class women. Therefore, the custom in Vedic society is to examine the horoscopes of a girl and boy being considered for marriage to see whether the combination is suitable. Vedic astrology reveals whether one has been born in the Vipravarna, Kshatriya Varna, Vaishya Varna, or Shudra Varna, according to the three qualities of material nature. This must be examined because a marriage between a boy of the Vipra Varna and a girl of the Shudra Varna is incompatible. Married life would be miserable for both husband and wife. Consequently, a boy should marry a girl of the same category. Of course, this is Traigunya, a material calculation according to the Vedas. But if the boy and girl are devotees, there need be no such considerations. A devotee is transcendental, and therefore, in a marriage between devotees, the boy and girl form a very happy combination. Hmm? So now we have to be proper devotees, right? Isn't it? Boy and girl has to be proper devotee, then happy combination, isn't it?
Even in devotees, there are divorces.
Yes. All right. So therefore, it's best to match horoscope according to what Prabhupada is saying here. So Vipra, because the horoscope is showing whether you are Vipra Varna, you're Kshatriya Varna, or you are Vaishya, or you're Shudra. Right?
But this can also vary, because sometimes the astrology may say that the child has a Brahminical qualities, but due to association, he may have become a Shudra by now.
Well, you just see a Jamil, right? That's what
Yes,
happened to him. So that's why Prabhupada is saying, in order to avoid this, right? In order to avoid this degradation. So a Jamil associated with a Shudrani, right? These are the misfortunes and accidents of life. But Prabhupada is saying the principle, it's the custom in Vedic society that you match the horoscope. And the matching of the horoscope is whether, what is the Varna. It's not by birth, all right?
So, Mother, that's what I'm saying. Astrological calculation is by birth time. But then
No.
now the person may have changed due to some bad association.
Yeah, so that's what.
How
Oh,
much
okay.
astrology will speak?
Okay. You mean, so therefore, being a devotee means he has to pull up. If somebody by birth is a Brahmana, when he come to Krishna consciousness, he will very fast go back to being a Brahmana. Very fast. Very fast. Observation, right?
Very fast what?
He will go back.
He will reclaim and he will also become
Yeah.
better.
Yes. So that's why Prabhupada is saying this. All right. So if he's already, so that's why Srila Prabhupada emphasized that we preach to the higher class of people. Even though their children may look degraded, because they have that background of piety. When you preach to them, they're intelligent, right? They're intelligent. They will go back very fast.
They will pick up.
Yeah. Once they become convinced, right? And they get the proper association, they will come back. Is it clear, this instruction? Prabhupada is speaking of the Vedic custom, right? So in the Vedic custom, it will show, right? And that's why marriage has to be done early, not in your 30s.
So that
Right, girls, right? Especially the girls, they're finished when they come to their 30s, finished, right? The right age group should be in the teens to early 20s, because the chances of degradation is less.
Yes.
And reformation is easy. Prabhupada spoke in that purport, right? The Westerners. Who were his students? They were youngsters, right? They were youngsters, and they heard, and someone who's like their grandfather, Srila Prabhupada, like their grandfather, right? Maybe great grandfather also, right? They were children. They heard Prabhupada, an elderly person who's speaking with a thick Bengali accent, right? They managed to hear and understand the transcendental message of Shrimad Bhagavatam. and they change their lives. All right? Because actually these boys, Prabhupada say they are from Kshatriya family. Prabhupada explained that the Westerners, they're actually Kshatriya families. They were driven out by Parasuram, by Bhima, by this one, that one, right? They were driven out because they were not following the Vedic principles. I had one lecture with Prabhupada, he's saying that now you're getting the chance again, take it. So that's why these Westerners, right, those who are proper, they're actually yeah, maybe some Brahmana also, but Kshatriyas, mostly Kshatriyas. And you can see it among our Guru Maharaj. The way they preach, right? The risk they take, only Kshatriyas can do this. Yeah, yeah, the way they travel the world, they risk everything, only Kshatriyas can do this. Right? So beyond being Kshatriya, Prabhupada made them go beyond being Kshatriya. But he used their nature, right? He used their nature. You able to follow, this demarcation between,
One is soul dharma and one is body dharma.
yeah, and both is being used, right? So sometimes there may be accidents also, in their work. Spiritual accident may happen also. But then they have so much push, so much mercy, right? There's so much mercy. Very. Okay. What happened? My page turned, so I don't know where we are. Which
26.
which text?
26.
26? Okay. 27. Dhinmam vigarhitam sadbhi duskritam kuhulakajalam hitva balam satim yoham surapim asatim agam. Oh my God, so disgusting. Alas, all condemnation upon me. I acted so sinfully that I degraded my family tradition. There's a name Kuladeep. There's a name Kuladeep, the light of the cooler, right? But here, Kuldeep, right? Now he's saying what I have done. I have degraded my family by my activities, right? You bring bad name to your family, right? Indeed, I gave up my chaste and beautiful young wife to have sexual intercourse with a fallen prostitute, accustomed to drinking wine, all condemnation upon me. Purport. This is the mentality of one who is becoming a pure devotee when one is elevated to the platform of devotional service. By the grace of the Lord and the spiritual master, one first regrets his past sinful activities. All right? Regret is compulsory. This helps one advance in spiritual life. The Vishnu Dut had given Ajamil the chance to become a pure devotee, and the duty of a pure devotee is to regret his past sinful activities in illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling. Not only should one give up his past bad habits, but he must always regret his past sinful acts. This is the standard of pure devotion. Text 28. Vridhavanatho pitaro nanya bandhu tapasvino aho maya dhuna chaktva akrita gyena nichavat. My father and mother were old and had no other son or friend to look after them. This is today's what's going on, right? The old people, what do you do with them? Because I didn't take care of them, they live with great difficulty. Alas, like an abominable lower class man, I ungratefully left them in that condition. Purport. According to Vedic civilization, everyone has a responsibility for taking care of brahmanas, old men, women, children, and cows. This is the duty of everyone, especially an upper class person. Because of his association with a prostitute, Ajamil abandoned all his duties. Regretting this, Ajamil now considered himself quite fallen. Hmm? So, who he's supposed to take care of? He's supposed to take care of the elderly father and mother. And if we neglect this, then we become fallen, right? And we should help the brahmanas. We should be compassionate to the children. We should not smoke or drink in front of the children, all right? We should not speak bad words in front of the children, right? We should give no wrong ideas to the children. The children should feel loved and protected even though they are not your children, right? And the cows, you should not kill the cow. Text 29. Soham vyaktam patishtami narake brishadarune dharma ghanna kamino yatra vindanti yamayatanaha. It is now clear that as a consequence of such activities, a sinful person like me must be thrown into hellish conditions meant for those who have broken religious principles and must there suffer extreme miseries. So he said, this is what I deserve. I deserve punishment. Text 30. Kimidam swapna ahosvit साक्षादृष्टम् इहाद्भुतं क्व यथाद्यते ये मां व्यकर्षन् पाशपानयः. Was this a dream I saw, or was it reality? I saw fearsome men with ropes in their hands coming to arrest me and drag me away. Where have they gone? So because he was like on the verge of death. So he's not sure what was happening. Like what we call it, out of body experience. Text 31. Athate kwa gataha siddhas chatvaras charu darshanaha yamo chayan niyamanam bhadvaha pasher adho bhuvaha. And where have those four liberated, very beautiful persons gone who released me from arrest and saved me from being dragged down to the hellish regions? It's like you're having a nightmare, right? You're having a nightmare, you're seeing such horrible images. And you have so much sensation of fear, and suddenly you saw beautiful people. The Vishnu Dutas came. As we have learned from the descriptions in the 5th canto, the hellish planets are situated in the lower portions of this universe. Therefore, they are called Adho Bhuvaha. Ajamil could understand that the Yamdutas had come from that region. Text 32. Athapi me durbhagasya vibhudhottamadarshane bhavitavyam mangalena yenatma me prasidati. I am certainly most abominable and unfortunate to have merged in an ocean of sinful activities. But nevertheless, because of my previous spiritual activities, I see those four exalted personalities who came to rescue me. Now I feel exceedingly happy because of their visit. Their visit, okay, so do visit your neighbors if you're devotees, all right? If you're devotees, Janmashtami, please go, give an invitation, right? The visit, the Yamudutas came and visited, right? Didn't send a WhatsApp message, all right? It's creating great havoc and disaster, this WhatsApp invitation, right? Be personal. right? Okay, we'll do this last. As stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 22.54. साधु संग सर्व शास्त्रे कहे लव मात्र साधु संगे सर्व सिद्धि hai. Association with devotees is recommended by all the shastras because by even a moment of such association one can receive the seed for all perfection. In the beginning of his life, Ajamil was certainly very pure and he associated with devotees and brahmanas. Because of that pious activity, even though he was fallen, he was inspired to name his son Narayan. Certainly, this was due to good counsel given from within by the Supreme Person Godhead. Other Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 15.15, Sarvasya chaham hridi shani vishto matah smriti jnanam apohanam cha. I'm seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. The Lord who is situated in everyone's heart is so kind that if one has ever rendered service to him, the Lord, what? Never forgets him. Thus, the Lord from within gave Ajamil the opportunity to name his youngest son Narayan, so that in affection he would constantly call Narayana, Narayana, and thus be saved from the most fearful and dangerous condition at the time of his death. Such is the mercy of Krishna. Guru Krishna Prasade by Bhakti Lata Bij. By the mercy of the Guru and Krishna, one received the seed of bhakti. This association saves a devotee from the greatest fear. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we therefore change a devotee's name to a form that reminds him of Vishnu. So when you take Diksha, you should be called by what? Spiritual name. Don't let anybody call you from your previous name. I think it's just an official or a formal, ceremony. And then I continue with my old identity. Right? If at the time of death a devotee can remember his own name, such as Krishna Das or Govinda Das, he can be saved from the greatest danger. Therefore, the change of names at the time of initiation is essential. The Krishna consciousness movement is so meticulous that it gives one a good opportunity to remember Krishna somehow or other. Now, I would just take this one point. Srila Prabhupada is saying that this Krishna consciousness movement is so what? Meticulous. Therefore, learn. All right? Learn how to practice Krishna consciousness. With this mass movement in India, literally crowds and crowds and crowds, you are not learning how meticulous the method of Krishna consciousness is practiced. So you have to take the trouble. You need your Sangha. COVID has done huge disservice. It has done huge service in the sense that it has started to propagate far and wide and to unknown people, right? But now that you become convinced, don't you who were taking trouble to learn in person, you say, okay, Aram say, I will sit at home, everything will be on Zoom, right, on Facebook, and I will sit and eat my, I'm quoting Bhakti Vigyan Maharaj. I'll have my hot milk and my cookie, and I will listen to Bhagavatam. I have sent a series of lectures by Bhakti Vigyan Maharaj. He said, again and again, he's saying, the devotees are, I'll have my cookie and my hot milk, and I will learn Bhagavatam. No. Put away your cookie. Put away your hot milk. All right? Practice some austerity. All right? Meticulous, Prabhupada has used the word. So meticulous. The Krishna consciousness movement is so meticulous that it gives one a good opportunity to remember Krishna somehow, especially if you have taken up the service of preaching and teaching others. You yourself, you must be very meticulous, because you have to learn properly, systematically, how to guide somebody else. Otherwise, what will happen? No remembrance of Krishna. Right? Why Prabhupada is saying being meticulous in the practice? Why? The practice is for what? To remember Krishna.
At the time of
So if, well, at time of death, meaning whole life, right? At the time of death, you will remember. Here, this is like an extraordinary mercy that Ajamil went through, right? He gave the name of his son Narayan. So here Prabhupada is saying, inspired by the Supreme Lord from within the heart, the Supreme Lord Narayan told Ajamil, you name your son Narayan. Why? Because he's a Brahmana. Right? He's a Brahmana. See, the seed doesn't die. Right? So that's why the best candidate for Krishna consciousness are those who are Brahmanas by tradition. What, Kshatriyas? Right? So Prabhupada mentioned the three upper classes, the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas, and the Vaishyas. Today, how this movement is running? Because of the contribution of the Vaishyas, right? Isn't it? If the Vaishyas do not give donation, right?
Yes.
So they have to be pious, right?
Yes.
And so this is how everybody's engaged in devotional service. And then small donation we are collecting from the general mass of people. But the main amount, right, is being collected from the Vaishya community, right? And who's directing everything has to be the Brahmanas, and who's doing the administration has to be those who have administrative abilities, right? So this is how the cooperation of all the Varnas, right? But nobody is being neglected. The Shudras also are not neglected. Actually, they have to be given a lot of attention. Why? Because if you don't give them the attention, they will fall lower and lower. And they are masses. All right, they're masses. Shudra power will overpower your Brahmana. Isn't it? In this Kali Yuga right now, we are going by vote. Isn't it?
Going by
Vote.
votes.
When the Shudras, who are ignorant, they get power, what will they do?
No.
They will throw you out. Right? All right. So this is all, explained very nicely here. So nobody is to be neglected. So sometimes, we reproach, why you take care only of wealthy people. We take care of wealthy people so that the others can get benefit. All right?
Wealthy people understand and
They will give for all of you.
they'll give everything.
All right? That's the reason. So very meticulous, Prabhupada is saying. And we should understand the science. This is a science. It is sociology. What we are discussing here, it is sociology. It is dealing, we read somewhere, maybe even same, management of human beings. Elevation of human beings. Right? Not allowing people to become degraded. Follow? It's a classic example of how somebody who's high class becomes totally low class. Very painful, no? Because this is real life. Very, very painful.
Previously, I
Alright.
used to feel that why Prabhupada is talking about the general masses or government or anything. Prabhupada should only just we think that only we have to improve and we have to understand. Now we understand that why he's that there is so much logic.
Yes. Yeah, yes.
We are
Mm.
connected with everyone.
Yes. Yeah, correct, correct. Because there is the head, there's the arms and chest,
Yes.
there's the belly, and there are the legs, right? And the higher proportion of your entire body are the legs, isn't it? All right, so thank you very much. I was hoping to complete this chapter, but not possible. Hare Krishna.